Hey guys, I'm back with part 3 for this tutorial on how to build this farmhouse. Here in this one, I'm going to be doing the entire interior layout for the house. I went ahead and gathered up all of the blocks we're going to be using, so I'm just going to scroll through them all. There's a decent amount, and then you'll be able to see which ones you're going to need to grab. So the first thing I'm going to do is start out with the quartz bricks and just replace this white concrete here where the doorway is and fill it in with the quartz bricks like that. Make sure to do that underneath these windows here as well. And then we'll do that here for the back door. And then for these windows. So now the floors for the porch just goes underneath the doorway and these windows here, so it just carries on into there. So now let's head back on up here towards the front where the entrance of the house is. Make sure you have these spruce wood planks. I'll just look over here at the left, and I just want to bring this along until we meet up with the white concrete that juts out a little bit. So we're right there at the corner of where this white concrete is. So if you look at this window, we have a plank lined up with these deep slate tiles, and then we have one more after that. So we'll go ahead and fill this in. And then we'll go over here, and we'll bring a strip along until we line up with where that side is. So it'll be right there. And now we'll go ahead and fill all this space in. We will end up making adjustments to some of these floors, but for now, I think it'll be easier just to go ahead and completely fill it all in. And then we'll do all of the layout for the walls. And after that, we'll know exactly which floors should be where. But it'll be a lot easier just to go ahead and fill in all the floors first. This is what we have so far with these spruce wood planks. And then this corner, like right around here, is going to be replaced with the kitchen floors, which will be here. But like I said, for now, we'll just place all the floors. It'll make it a lot easier to then place all of the walls. So now, make sure you have your pillar quartz blocks. And what I'll go ahead and do is just fill in this corner here. So I'll look over here, just up against this wall. And I'll just have the pillar quartz block on either side like this, just skipping over one space. And then in every other space, we'll go ahead and have the pillar quartz in the other direction. So it's like a crisscross pattern like that. I'll go ahead and do it one more time. So we have these ones that are on their side. Then we'll go ahead and place other ones in the opposite direction lined up with those. Then we have these ones that are kind of like facing in this direction. So we'll go ahead and have some sideways ones lined up with those. So it's a crisscross pattern like that. I'll go ahead and continue filling this in until we line up here at the edge of these spruce wood planks. So it's looking like this so far. Now make sure you're looking over here at the back side where the back door is. Right here is going to be the dining room. Make sure you have your jungle wood planks. We'll look over here where this glass is. And then we'll make sure to go to the left until we're on the third block. So we have this as number 1, then 2, and 3. And we'll go ahead and bring a strip of the jungle wood planks right there. And then all this other space here will completely fill in with the jungle wood planks, just to kind of mark out where this dining room is. This is pretty much the entrance of the house, and we have a very, very small living room right here. And then we have the kitchen here. As I mentioned before, this will be extended out a little bit more, but we'll make adjustments later. We have the dining room right here. And then this will be a bathroom. So go ahead and grab the deep slate bricks. I'll just swap out the jungle wood planks, and I'll fill all of this in. So this will be the floors here for this bathroom. So we have an idea of where all the rooms are going to be laid out. So now I'm going to start marking out all of the walls. So I'll start by marking out the walls here for the entrance of the house. The first thing I'll actually go ahead and do is grab these smooth quartz stairs. We're just going to go right behind all these stairs we already have and just have them upside down. Like that. And then switch to your stripped oak wood. And I'll just look at this front wall first. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 layers of the stripped oak wood like this down here at the bottom. So that'll be the start of the wall. Then on top of that, I'll have a layer of the chiseled quartz blocks. And then I'll have 6 layers of light gray concrete. So we have it right on top of all of the chiseled quartz, and then we'll go right along from one side to the other like that. So that is 2 layers. We'll go ahead and do another 4. So now you should be right underneath the window here for the second floor. Now, I'll continue with the stripped oak wood. We're just going to be doing the same pattern. It'll be on this side and on that side. So you can actually see right here how far we're going to go ahead and bring it. So we're just going to bring it until we're on the edge of this wall. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have the glass for the window here. And then we have another 3 blocks after that. I'll go ahead and add an additional layer on top of this. Just make sure not to cover up the window like that. You want to make sure it's just completely open. Then we'll have a layer of the chiseled quartz. And then 6 layers of light gray concrete. Now, we'll look over here. We'll do the same thing. So it's looking like this so far. Now I'm going to mark out the doorway right here at the entrance. So I'm looking from the front door. I'm just going to head on over towards this left side. Make sure you have the pillar quartz block. Going to be lined up here right at the edge of these walls we just placed. And we'll have 4 layers of pillar quartz facing straight up and down right there. And then I'll skip over 4 spaces to the right of it. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to be right here on this 5th block. Bring it up by another 4. So there should be just a space of 4 in between them. Now I'll go right behind that. Bring it up by another 4. So we're just doubling up this doorway. Then here at the top is just going to be a corner block. So I'll go ahead and just bring this up by 1 more like that. And then I'll have the corner block like that. So you can see the inside of the pillar quartz. I'll go over on this side and I'll just delete that and make it a corner block as well. So I'm looking from the entrance. We have a pillar of 4 on each side. It is 2 blocks thick. And then we have these corner blocks here on top of that. Now, in between those corner blocks, we'll just have these sideways pillar quartz. Like that. And then you could grab the smooth quartz stairs. We'll have 2 on each side upside down. So now that looks like an arch for the doorway. The final touch, we'll go ahead and grab the stone button. I'll just swap out these deep slate bricks. And on top of each of those corners, we'll go ahead and have a stone button like that. So now we have this entrance here, all marked out where this doorway is. Now right above this doorway, we'll switch back to the light gray concrete and we'll just bring it up to the same height as this here. So an additional 4 layers. Just bring this over until you're right on the edge of the doorway. So it's like that. Now we'll go here towards the right side. This is going to be where the staircase leading up to the 2nd floor is. So what I'll go ahead and do is just make sure I'm right next to the doorway. I'll have 2 layers of the stripped oak wood, the chiseled quartz, and then 6 layers of the light gray concrete. And then we'll go ahead and just bring this out a little bit so we're lined up with this part of the wall. I'll have 2 more layers of stripped oak wood like that. We'll do it 1 more time. And then on top of the one more towards the back, we'll have a chiseled quartz block like that. I'll go ahead and grab the anvils. Place these on top of these blocks here. So now that is part of the railing here for the staircase. So I'm not going to worry about marking out the staircase quite just yet. But we do have all of the walls for it marked out. so it'll just be going up right here. But this is what the entrance of the house is looking like so far. So when you walk in, we have this doorway here, staircase to the right, so it's pretty much just like a little hallway. And then I'll head on into here. I'll look at the doorway from this side now, and I'll start marking out all of the walls over here. Now for these walls, make sure to grab the gray concrete, the chiseled quartz blocks, and the white concrete. I'm going to be starting with the gray. I'm going to go over here at the right side of this doorway. Just place 2 gray concrete blocks right there at the bottom. And then we'll go right up against where this white concrete is here. Place another 6 gray concrete blocks until you're right up against that white concrete. And then I'll bring this strip all the way from one side to the other, just right along here. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and fill in this back wall, so I'll bring it over towards that right side, like that. And then I'll bring this back until you meet up with the doorway. So we'll just extend this right along to there. I'm going to have another layer of gray concrete on top of this. So it's like that. Now I'm going to have a layer of chiseled quartz on top of that. And then grab the white concrete. We're going to have 3 layers on top of the chiseled quartz. So now we have these walls marked out, looking good. So we'll leave it at that for now. And I'll head on over to this side. You know what? Let me go ahead and mark out the doorways now. So I'll cut out the openings for the doorway here for the bathroom and for the dining room. And I'll also make sure to extend out these floors where they should be. So let's make the adjustments here for the floor first. We're going to be bringing over these pillar quartz blocks until we're lined up here at the edge of the wall. So we're 1 space away from the doorway here. So it'll be right here. Go ahead and remove all of this. And then I'll grab the pillar quartz blocks and just continue the crisscross pattern. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark out the doorway for the bathroom and for the dining room. I'll look at the bathroom one first. I'll look over here more towards the left side. And I want to just make sure to skip over these 2 spaces so we're lined up where this 3rd block is. I'll carve out 4 like that. And then we'll bring it over by an extra 2. So we just cut out a 3 by 4 block hole like that. Now with the pillar quartz block, I'll just bring it all the way up by the full 4. We'll have a sideways one right there at the top. And then I have to go on the other side and just add an additional layer. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just add 3 of the pillar quartz blocks on each side going straight up and down. And then we have to have the corner ones. So we'll just have 1 like that on each side. We'll have the sideways one. And then we have to go on the other side and fix these so that they are now a corner. And that will cover up those corners with the stone button. So now we have this bathroom door marked out. I'll look over here and mark out where the dining room door is going to be. So I'll be all the way here at the right side. We're going to just skip over this first block. So we're lined up here on the second one. We're going to be carving out 8 spaces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it'll be a total of 5 in height. So that was the first layer. We have to do another 4. So this is number 2. Then this is number 3. That is 4. And then 5. So it should be a total of 5 blocks in height now. Now, make sure you have your pillar quartz block. I'll just bring it all the way up by the entire 5 on each side like that. And then I'll have these sideways ones. And then I'll go on the other side, just double it up. So I'm actually just going to bring it up by 4. That 5th one will be the corner block. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll have these sideways ones in between that. Then we have to go on the other side and fix these corner ones. And then grab the stone button, cover up each of the corners. And now grab the smooth quartz stairs. I'll just swap out the anvil. And we'll have 2 on each side. So now this doorway has a little bit of an arch to it. You can see we have to fix these floors. So we have these 2 spruce wood planks. We'll just carve those out. Replace it with the pillar quartz blocks. So we're just continuing the crisscross pattern there. So now all of the floors are exactly where they should be. We're going to have a wall right here, which will separate the dining room and the bathroom. So we'll actually go ahead and start bringing up all of these next. So I'll mark out the bathroom walls first. We're going to be using the pillar quartz block and the cyan concrete. Start with the pillar quartz. I'm just going to have 2 layers facing straight up and down. So I'll look over here where this doorway is. We'll just have 2 like that. We'll go to the left. We'll have 1 right there. And then I'll continue bringing this along to that back wall. We'll go ahead and do the same on the other side right here. And then we'll fill in the back wall. So now this is exactly how big the bathroom will be. Now on top of that, we'll grab the cyan concrete and we'll just have 4 extra layers. So now we have this bathroom marked out. I'll head on over to this side and I'll bring up the walls here for the dining room. The first thing I'll do is grab these smooth quartz stairs and just place these upside down right above these windows and the doorway here. Just like what we did for the front door right there. So now I have the blocks we're going to be using for the walls here in the dining room. So be sure to grab the stripped spruce wood, then the chiseled quartz blocks, and then the dried kelp block. I'm going to start with the stripped spruce wood, and I'm just going to have 2 layers at the bottom going all the way around. So just look over here at the doorway first. So just like that, 2 layers in height. Just bring this all the way around. So it is like that. Now on top of it, I'm going to have a layer of the chiseled quartz. And then we'll switch to the dried kelp block and I'm going to have 3 layers on top of the chiseled quartz. So now I have the walls here for the dining room marked out. The next thing I'll go ahead and do is just fill in all of the ceilings now here for the first floor, and then we'll head on to the second floor. So I'll start here in the living room and kitchen area. So I'm going to be using light gray concrete. I just want to make sure I'm 1 block higher than the walls that we have here. So I'll be on this layer. And we just want to go ahead and fill all of this in. That is filled in. We will have some crown molding, but I'm actually not going to worry about doing it quite just yet until I actually do the furnishings, because we have some pieces of the furniture that jut out right here, and then we'll have to do all of the crown molding, like pretty much wrapping around it, so it'll just be a lot easier to go ahead and worry about that later. I'll go into here. I'm going to be using white concrete for the ceilings, and once again, just 1 block higher than the walls in here. Just fill all of this in. Here in the dining room, once again, we'll continue with the white concrete. Alright, it is quite dark in here now, so I'm just going to place some sea lanterns real quick. We'll be sure to add the actual light in a second. But first, I actually want to make sure to do the entire layout for the second floor now. Okay, that should be bright enough for now we could actually see. So, now I'm going to start marking out the staircase here for the second floor. And then we'll do all of the walls up here and the floors, and then the ceiling. So I have the spruce wood stairs. I'm going to start here on the first layer. I'm just going to have a stair like that, and then 2 more, so these all curve together. So we have a total of 3 for the first layer. Now we just want to make sure it's 2 stairs. It's going to be an additional 7. So this is the first layer here. So we want 7 more. It'll be 8 in total. So we have number 2 there. And then we have 3, 4, You can see we have to make some adjustments to the wall here, so I'll delete these 4 blocks of the white concrete. We'll place the stairs there, so that is layer number 5. And then I'll go ahead and delete these 2 blocks of the light gray concrete. And then we'll place the next set of stairs, so that is number 6. So let me double check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now let's delete these 2 blocks of the light gray concrete. We'll place 2 more stairs, so that is number 7. And then right on top of the light gray concrete, that is number 8. Let me go underneath and just get rid of that extra stair I placed. And don't worry, we're not going to be seeing this at all once we do the actual furnishings. I'm going to have I have like a little shelf right here, and it then covers all of that up. We have the crown molding, which covers that up, so you won't see any of the staircase here. I had to actually think of what I was going to do here to make sure we don't see the staircase, but I managed to come up with a cool shelf right here. We have the ovens here, so it covered it up pretty well. You can't see it at all. We have the staircase brought up like that. I'm going to go ahead on each side. So we have right here these 2 blocks of the white concrete. We'll delete. Over here at the left, we'll also delete these other 2. Make sure you have the light gray concrete. I'll just bring this up to the same height as the light gray right there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do the same on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can see we still have a single block right there next to the staircase, so we'll go ahead and patch that up. So we have 1 block there, and 1 block there. Now we have the staircase all marked out, we have the walls filled in right there. So now let's go ahead and start marking out all of the walls for the second floor, the floors, and then the ceilings. So now let's continue with the light gray concrete. I'm just going to go on each side of the staircase. I'll look over here at the left side first. We just want to place an additional 3 here, so we're lined up with the edge of the staircase. Have another layer on top of that. Then, over here on this side, we'll bring it out another 3 as well. And then what we want to do is once we're lined up here at the edge of this light gray concrete, we want to go to the right of it, bring it over by another 3. So it's like that. So now we should see 3 spaces right here in between this wall and this wall. So just a space of 3 here. But this is what it looks like from up above so far. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do just to make it a lot easier to place all of the other walls is just fill in all the floors, and we'll make adjustments to it later. So I'm going to be using these spruce wood planks and just completely fill it all in. So it'll be here at the same layer as the stairs. I'll fill in all of this. We'll wrap around, fill all this space in here. Bring this just up against all of the exterior walls. We'll just wrap it all the way around like this. Now you can kind of get an idea of everything we're filling in. So this will be a bedroom here. We have pretty much like the master bedroom here. This is actually going to be a bathroom, so we will have the tile floors, but for now we'll just fill it in with the spruce wood planks. And then right here in the middle just connects all the rooms. So we have the doorway leading into there, doorway there, and doorway there. So it's just like a small hallway so you can access every room. But I'll go ahead and continue filling the rest of this in, and then it'll make it a lot easier to start placing all of the walls. Now I'm going to go ahead and start marking out all of the walls. So make sure you have the light gray concrete. We'll just go here at the left side of the staircase, so where we already have part of the wall. We're just going to continue bringing this all the way along to that back side. So just like that. And then we have the back wall here. We'll go ahead and fill that in as well. And then we'll go over on this wall. Bring this right along until you line up here at the edge. And then we'll just fill this in like that. So a total of 6 blocks right here. And then we have these 2 spaces. We'll fill that in. And that's about it. So now we just have to pretty much divide the bathroom and this bedroom. Now make sure you have your chiseled quartz block, and on top of all of the light gray concrete that you see, we're just going to have a layer with the chiseled quartz. So it is now like this. Now I'm gonna have 4 layers of light gray on top of all of that chiseled quartz. Alright, I went ahead and just brought up all of the walls, and don't worry about how this part of the window looks, we will be bringing up this wall a little bit more. I'm gonna have pretty much like a slanted ceiling right here for the entrance of the house, and then here at the back for this bedroom. But for now, we're just gonna leave it as it is. So we have all of that marked out. Now continue with the light gray concrete. So I'm gonna walk up the staircase, look over here at the left. I'm gonna be right on the edge of this wall that we brought out. I'll be at the bottom. I'll bring over 5 blocks of the light gray concrete like that. And then at the end of that, we'll go to the left of it. We'll fill in these 3 spaces here. And then to the right of it, we'll fill in the other 5. So now you can see this is where this bedroom is going to be. And then we're going to have a doorway here leading into this bathroom, which will be right here. And then we walk up the staircase. This is just like a little hallway, so we have access to the room there, and then to that room. And then we'll have a doorway leading into this room. I'll go ahead and have the extra layer of the chiseled quartz, and then 4 layers of light gray. Now we have all of that marked out, looking good, and we could actually start replacing all of the floors with what they should actually be. So you can see this is where the bathroom is going to be, and then we're going to have different floors here for this bedroom, but all the other floors here for this hallway and for this bedroom are going to stay the same. So we'll look at this bedroom first. Make sure to grab the gray concrete, and I'll just replace all of the floors in here. So now all of those floors are good. We'll head on into the bathroom, and I'm going to be using the quartz bricks for the floors in here. So I'll just swap out all of these wooden planks with the quartz bricks. So now that is all filled in. The next thing I'm going to do is just mark out the walls that we're going to have here for this bedroom, and then we'll mark out all of the doorways. Now for this bedroom, I'm going to be using the cyan concrete, the light blue concrete, and the blue concrete. But what I'm going to do first is just use the cyan and the light blue for now, and just have a pattern between the two. And then we'll go back at the end with the regular blue concrete and just add a few strips here and there. I'll start with the cyan, and what I'm going to do is actually just skip over all the corners. So I'll start right here. I'll have cyan, light blue, cyan, and light blue just back and forth. Make sure to leave that corner empty, because what we want to do, you see we have a cyan block here. If we were to fill that in with light blue and then have another cyan, you can see how these 2 corner blocks are side by side. So we just want to make sure to skip over the corner. We'll start with the light blue. So now you can see how these are side by side the way it should be. So now we'll have cyan, light blue, cyan, and light blue. We'll skip over that corner. We'll go directly to the cyan. So you can just keep doing that until you meet up back where we started. So it should be like that. It works out perfectly. Now I'm going to continue bringing this up until it matches the same height as the light gray concrete right there. So we already have 1 layer. So we want to go ahead and do another 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's a total of 6 in height. So when you get to the window, you just want to make sure to skip over it, and it looks a little something like that. It is looking like this. We'll then switch to the blue concrete, and as I mentioned, I'm just going to have a few strips. So I'll maybe go ahead and replace this cyan right here. Whoops, hold up. Let me fix that. There we go. So I'm just going to have a strip of blue concrete right around here. Doesn't have to be anywhere specific. Then I'll have maybe another one. How about right here? We'll replace this. Okay, we'll have another one maybe right here. And then maybe one more right here. That looks pretty good. Now we have all 3 colors. Gonna leave it like that. So now I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, we'll start marking out all of the doorways now. So we have the bathroom here, we have that bedroom, and that bedroom. So now for the doorways, we're just gonna be using the pillar quartz blocks again with these stone buttons. I'll go ahead and mark out the bathroom door first. So when I walk up the staircase, I look over here at the left. We'll be right up against the wall. We'll carve out 4 in height. It'll be 3 blocks wide. So we're left with 1 strip here at the right. With the pillar quartz block, we'll just bring it up. We'll go ahead and bring it up the entire 4. We'll have the sideways one in the middle. This doorway is only going to be 1 block thick. It's not going to be 2 like the ones at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just place some temporary blocks like that. I'll go on this side. I'll fix these blocks. And then we'll go ahead and delete these. So now this doorway is just 1 block thick, and then we have the corners. Go ahead and cover those up with these stone buttons. So now we have the bathroom door marked out. Now, with your pillar quartz block again, we'll go ahead and mark out this bedroom door. We're going to be right up against the wall here at the left side. Bring it up by 4 in height. And then it'll be a total of 4 blocks wide. So a 4x4 hole like that. We left 1 space here at the right. I'll go ahead and just do the same thing we did with that bathroom door. So we'll bring it up by 4 on each side. We'll have the 2 sideways ones. Then we'll just have these temporary blocks. And then we'll fix these corners. So it is now like that. Then we have the final door here, and this one will be 2 blocks thick because we have different colored walls on this side and then on that side. So we're going to need this doorway to be double thick. So with your pillar quartz block once again, we'll bring it up by 4 in height, right up against the wall here on the left. Make it 4 in total wide, so it's a 4x4. We have to delete this extra layer here. So now we'll just bring it up by 4 just on this side. We'll have the sideways ones in the middle. We'll go on the other side. We'll place the corner ones like that. Then we'll have the sideways ones and then the 3 down here at the bottom facing straight up and down. So it's like this. And then we'll fix the corners on this side. And now we'll have these stone buttons. So now this doorway is marked out. We have the bathroom one and then that bedroom. So everything is marked out the way it should be. So now I'm going to start filling in all the ceilings here for the second floor. After we have that done, I'm going to actually head on back down to the first floor. I have a little bit of extra detail I want to do in the ceiling for the dining room. But we'll go ahead and focus on the ceilings here for the second floor next. Make sure now you have your white concrete. I'll go ahead and fill in the ceilings here for the bathroom and for this bedroom. We're just going to be right on top of all of the walls, so just 1 block higher than them. We'll completely fill it in with the white concrete like this. So now we have that done. And it's not too dark in here, I don't have to add a light. We'll go ahead and do the same thing here for this bathroom. And make sure to actually delete that. Make sure you don't have any extra white concrete on top of this light gray, because this will be brought up a little bit higher. So just make sure it's right within all of these walls here. So you can see how I ended up bringing this out just so I could start placing it. Doesn't really matter here because that's just going to be left as it is. But in this case, we don't want to accidentally place a white concrete block there because these will still be brought up a little bit more. So I'll continue filling the rest of this in here. So now we have the bathroom ceilings filled in. Looking good. And now I'm going to focus on doing the ceiling here for this bedroom. And then for the main entrance here. And then pretty much for like this hallway area. I'm going to focus here on the bedroom first. Make sure you have the light gray concrete. And I'm just going to add 2 more layers on top of all of the walls here for this bedroom. So look at this back wall. We'll just start with the first layer and just wrap this all the way around. So it's like that. Go ahead and add an additional layer. So there we go. Now let's fill in the ceiling. So make sure to grab the smooth quartz stairs. We'll also need the full blocks of the smooth quartz. And we'll just worry about that for now. So with the smooth quartz stairs, we're pretty much just going to be following along with the angle of the roof. So I'll look over here on this wall. We're going to be right here on the top layer of this light gray concrete. We'll have the smooth quartz stairs upside down like that. So just to double check, when you look at this window, you should still see 3 blocks of light gray concrete above it right here. Now I'll go ahead and do the same on this side. So we have 1 layer of the stairs like that so far. And then we're going to just pretty much go up another layer, but bring it out. So, oh, hang on, what the heck? There we go. So it's like that. So similar to how the roof is. So we have 2 layers of upside down smooth quartz stairs on that side. We'll do the same over here. And now we want to do that one more time. So now, it is like that. The rest of the space will be filled in with the full blocks of the smooth quartz. So it's just going to be 3 spaces like that. So there we go, we just brought it to the same edge as where the smooth quartz stairs were left at. So now we have to continue bringing up the light gray concrete right there, and right there. So I'll start on this side, you can just follow along all the smooth quartz stairs. So now that is completely filled in. We'll do the same on this side. And now that side is done. So, for now, we're going to leave it at that here for this room. We'll head on into the main entrance of the house, and we're going to be doing the same thing in here. I'll go ahead and continue with the light gray concrete. I'll have an additional layer on this wall where the big window is. We'll go ahead and bring this along on this side until you meet up pretty much where this corner is, right there. Do the same over here. You know what? We'll go ahead and just bring this right along to the other side. Like that. And that will fill this space in. So we just brought that right over the staircase here. Now I'll go ahead and have another layer of light gray on top of this. So that looks good. Now with your smooth quartz stairs, I'll just start on each side. We'll have 1 layer of the smooth quartz, like that. And then we have to do that 2 more times. It's just going to be the same way we just did that side. So the 3 layers in total of the upside down smooth quartz stairs. And then we have the 3 layers, like the 3 spaces of the full blocks in the middle. And now with your light gray concrete, we'll fill in this section here, and then this section. That looks good. So now let's look at this area where the staircase is. We have this light gray concrete that we brought straight along here. So you just want to see we have a full block right here. We just want to bring it down by an extra 2 layers. So you should be able to count a full block here, here, and here. So a total of 3. Right underneath this, we're going to switch to the smooth quartz stairs and just have 2 side by side like that. So it's a little arch for the opening here where the staircase is. Then I'll go on the other side. We want to still be able to see 2 layers of the light gray here. Grab the white concrete, and we're now going to fill in the ceilings here for this hallway. So it's going to be here on this 3rd layer where the light gray is, just 1 block above the walls here. So it's like that. So, everything is looking pretty good. So we have all of that filled in, exactly how it should be. So I do want to go back down to the first floor into this dining room. I want to do the crown molding in here and the beam of wood that I have in here. So just add all of that. I'll have some crown molding here in this bathroom. I'm not going to do anything in here. I'm just going to leave it as it is until we do the furnishings in part 4. I'll also be sure to do some of the lighting, and I'll go up to the second floor and also do some more lighting. But let's do the little bit of detail that we have here in the dining room next. So make sure you have the stripped spruce wood, so it should be the same wood that we have right here. I'm going to go right down the center of this wall. Just bring a pillar up like this, and then we'll bring it right along the ceiling. So we actually have to move this sea lantern. I still want to make sure to have this light so that we can still see. So I'll just delete that. Maybe add one right there. And now, I'll switch back to the stripped spruce wood and just have a little beam right across from one side to the other like that. Now, with your smooth quartz stairs, we'll add the crown molding. So we'll just go here on this side of the beam. Just have smooth quartz stairs upside down all along the top here. We'll do the same on this side. Just like that. And now I'm actually going to go ahead and leave it at that here for this room. We will have some cutouts in the wall on each side of this pillar here, but we'll worry about all of that when we do the furnishings. So I just want to leave it exactly as it is for now. I just want to make sure to do that beam in the crown molding. And then we'll head on in here into the bathroom. We'll continue with these smooth quartz stairs and just have these upside down. This will be the crown molding here for this bathroom, and it'll just be left just as it is, like that. And then we'll leave it as it is here. Nothing in here going on. We will have a little chandelier, so I guess we'll do that. But first, let me head on into this bedroom. We'll have some crown molding here at the ceiling. And then we'll head on into this bathroom. We'll do the same thing. It's a little bit dark here. Let me add that. I'll go ahead and mark out where the lights are going to be here in the bathroom. So I'll just maybe have a sea lantern there, and maybe 2 right here. And that should be enough light here for this bathroom. I'll grab the iron trapdoors and cover those up. So now this bathroom is completely ready to be furnished. We'll head on into this bedroom. I'll have a couple sea lanterns in here. Cover those up with the iron trapdoors. So now this room is done. Let me actually head back down to the first floor. I'll go into this bathroom. I'll just have... You know what? I'll go ahead and have 2 here and here. Cover those up with the iron trapdoors. We can then delete that. So there we go. Now this bathroom is ready to go. I'll leave all of these as it is because I'm not going to be able to do the lights in here quite just yet. And then in here, I just had some lights hanging down from the beam, but we'll go ahead and do that when we do the furnishings. So the entire first floor is going to be left exactly as it is until we do the furnishings in part 4. Let's add the lights here in the ceiling for this hallway. I'll actually just have 2 right down the middle here. We're not going to have any crown molding here for this hallway because this space right here... You know what? Let's go ahead. We will have crown molding. So let me grab the smooth quartz stairs. I'll just have it for this little hallway area. So we'll just bring this right along from one side to the other up against that wall. So just this space here, pretty much like this square. And then I'll cover up those sea lanterns with the iron trapdoors. And then on the other side of these stairs, I'll just have 2 more smooth quartz stairs upside down like that. So we're not going to be able to have any crown molding here because it's just too cramped. We will have some sea lanterns though, like that. So, that's all taken care of. We have this bedroom. So now I'll head on into this bedroom. I'm going to have a chandelier and a couple more sea lanterns up in the ceiling. So make sure to grab, let me just get rid of all of this. We still will be using the sea lantern, the iron trapdoors. We're also going to need the spruce fence, the chain, and the lantern. So we'll start with the spruce fence. We're going to go all the way up here, right down the center. We'll have 2 layers of the fences like that, then 2 of the chains, and then we'll have another fence, and then we'll branch it out on each side on this layer, and then we'll grab the lanterns and have these hanging down right underneath each fence. So now we have the chandelier for this bedroom. I'll go back up. With the sea lanterns, I'll have one right there, and one right there, and I'll cover it up with the iron trapdoors. So we're going to leave it at that here for this bedroom. I'll head on into the main entrance of the house. We're going to do the same thing in here. The chandelier will just be hanging down a little bit lower. So I have the 2 spruce fences. We're going to have 4 layers of chains instead of 2. And then we'll have another spruce fence. And then we'll branch it out on each side. We'll have the lanterns hanging down. And then we'll grab the sea lanterns. We'll have one on each side. And then we'll cover it up with the iron trapdoors. So now this is done. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that here for part 3. So we did the entire interior layout for the house. So in part 4, we'll be finishing the build. All we have left to do are all of the interior furnishings. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that here for part 3 for this tutorial on how to build this farmhouse. If this helped you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 4.